The day rookie Michael Jordan destroyed Sidney Moncrief, Terry Cummings and coach Don Nelson was one of those nights nobody saw coming. It began with a sense of routine. A young Bulls team in rebuild mode, facing a veteran Bucks squad led by defensive stalwart Sidney Moncrief and crafty coach Don Nelson. Chicago fans knew they were outsiders, that Jordan was a sensational college star but still unproven at the NBA level. Yet from the opening tip, he carried himself with a calm urgency, like a surgeon poised over the court. That first quarter saw him knock down a smooth mid-range jumper over Moncrief's outstretched hand, and moments later he drove baseline for a reverse layup that left everyone breathless. The arena buzzed as he stole a pass and turned it into a soaring dunk, delivering a statement that was part skill, part swagger, and all raw talent. By halftime, Jordan had already racked up 20 points, but the Bulls trailed by a single, nagging point, leaving Chicago fans restless. Nobody doubted his ability to score. What surprised everyone was the fearlessness he showed on defense. He swatted a Paul Moksky shot so cleanly it ricocheted into the stands, then chased down loose balls like a hound on a scent. His coach might not have given him a single playbook nod yet, but Jordan was already scripting his own playbook in real time. And as the third quarter wound down, with Terry Cummings guarding him bitterly, MJ sank a pull-up jumper from 15 feet that landed with the cool precision of a metronome. The noise rose to a roar, and you could see opposing players exchange glances of disbelief. Who is this guy? When the fourth quarter began, the arena felt electric. What happened next would forever define the legend of Michael Jordan. He exploded for 22 points in those final 12 minutes, more than any rookie had ever managed against such a defensive powerhouse. One after another, his moves were poetry. Spin dribbles that left defenders off balance, fadeaway jumpers that seemed to hang in the air for an eternity, and fearless drives that punished anyone who dared stay in his way. Every time the Bucks tried to adjust, Jordan countered with something new, and one layup here, an ankle-breaking crossover there. He toyed with defensive schemes as if he had invented them, and each basket landed like a proclamation. I belong. Coach Don Nelson, renowned for his strategic mind, found himself helpless. Sidney Moncrief, a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, was rendered a mere spectator. Terry Cummings, an MVP candidate, had no answer. The Bucks, accustomed to lockdown defense, were suddenly scrambling to contain a force they could neither predict nor contain. And yet, Jordan's biggest weapon was not his scoring, but his aura. An unwavering confidence born of total self-belief. When he faced a double team, he passed out to teammates only to cut back and catch a pass for an easier look. His awareness on the court was uncanny. He made everyone around him better, forcing the defense to spread and creating gaps that he or his teammates exploited for easy buckets. As the clock ticked under 2 minutes, the Bulls trailed by 3, and the crowd sat on the edge of their seats. Jordan, drenched in sweat and locked in that otherworldly focus, took matters into his own hands. A quick hesitation dribble froze a defender, then he rose for a baseline jumper that splashed through the net. 2 possessions later, he drew a foul, sank both free throws, and the scoreboard flipped to Bulls up by 1. The arena erupted. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a seismic shift in belief. The rookie who wasn't supposed to change anything had just rewritten the script. On the final possession, Moncrief inbounded under pressure, but Jordan anticipated the pass, leapt, and tipped it away, sealing the 116-110 victory. Teammates mobbed him, coaches stared in admiration, and the opposing bench watched in stunned silence. That night, every highlight reel would rewind those last 12 minutes, each play a testament to a greatness that transcended experience. And though the box score read 37 points, 22 in the fourth quarter, the true stat was belief. Belief in a rookie who had become a superstar before the league could catch up. In the aftermath, the NBA world took notice. Sports writers scrambled for superlatives, yet none seemed adequate. Commentators wondered if that performance was a fluke, but anyone who watched knew the answer. Jordan's poise under pressure, his lethal combination of offense and defense, and his uncanny timing revealed something bigger than a single game, the birth of a legend. The Bulls, once written off, now carried a spark of hope, and the league, which had reserved judgment, stood in collective awe of the man who looked destined for greatness from the moment he stepped on the hardwood. That night of October 29, 1984, changed everything. It was more than a high-scoring outburst. It was a declaration of intent, a message delivered not in words but through spin moves, mid-range killers, and a savage fourth-quarter takeover that left no doubt. Michael Jordan hadn't just beaten a veteran team. He had broken the mold of what a rookie could be, and in doing so, he showed the world the rawest form of greatness: unshakable belief, relentless drive, and an uncanny ability to seize the moment when it mattered most. So when people ask, when did Michael Jordan become who we know today? The answer isn't a season or a championship. It's that one electrifying night against the Bucks, the night he destroyed Sidney Moncrief, Terry Cummings, and Coach Don Nelson. The night a rookie decided to become a legend. And from that point forward, no one would ever doubt what he was capable of accomplishing. He exited the court that night not just bathed in sweat, but in the glow of destiny fulfilled. In the locker room, teammates crowded around him. Steve Johnson slapped his back, Andis Watley cracked a grin of disbelief, and even Coach Doug Collins paused mid-talk to soak in the gravity of what had just happened. Jordan didn't boast or gloat. He simply nodded, as if surprised that the world had finally caught up to his own belief. The ripple effects reached far beyond that stadium. Headlines the next morning didn't just marvel at the box score. They speculated on how a single night could alter the course of an entire organization. Bulls management scribbled notes furiously: build around him, accelerate development, and market the moment. In boardrooms, they knew they were witnessing the birth of their franchise icon. Meanwhile, in Milwaukee, the Bucks replayed those final minutes on a loop, searching for any mistake they could exploit. Moncrief, ever the professional, vowed silently to refine his scouting, to never again leave that much space. Terry Cummings reviewed his tapes, determined to sharpen his footwork against such unstoppable drives. But deep down, each opponent felt that thrilling sting of admiration, having faced greatness and lived to tell the tale. Fans carried the story beyond Chicago Stadium. Barbershops buzzed with "MJ did this" and "MJ did that." Children imitated his moves in schoolyards, and casual observers tuned in the next night to see if it was real. It was real, and better, it was just the beginning. Jordan's fourth-quarter clinic became the gold standard for rookie performances, a benchmark every future prospect would be measured against. That performance also marked a turning point in basketball's cultural impact. Suddenly, the NBA wasn't just about established stars. It was about legends in the making. Jordan's emergence prompted networks to chase more airtime. Merchandise skyrocketed, and the league recognized that drama and narrative were as vital as athletic skill, all from one transcendent night. In the days that followed, Jordan himself reflected on what had happened. He spoke not of records or accolades, but of the feeling of control, the serenity in chaos. "I knew I could make every shot," he admitted later. "It wasn't confidence, it was clarity." That mindset would define his career, fueling 6 championships, 5 MVPs, and moments that still echo in arenas worldwide. Looking back, you realize that October 29th was more than a game. It was a narrative fork in the road. One path led to mediocrity, the other to immortality. Jordan chose the latter, and every step forward traced back to that night when everything clicked, when scoring became poetry and defense art. So here's what you should remember. Legends aren't born in quiet rituals. They arrive screaming into existence, leaving no question about who they are. Michael Jordan didn't simply beat the Bucks. He shattered expectations, rewrote rookie playbooks, and ignited a flame that would blaze for decades. And in that inferno of belief, he revealed the true essence of greatness, the unbreakable conviction that you're destined to change the game.